Good morning, hot tots, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is gonna be like a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm about to go to brunch with my girlfriends. This will be in the weekend vlog that you'll see on Thursday, but I needed something for Monday, and I've had a lot of questions about me moving in with Tyler and whatnot, so I thought I would address those as I'm getting ready. So let's do it. I'm so glad I got my eyebrows dyed because I just feel so much better like having eyebrows. Whoa, sorry. I have my iPad up to get the questions. Where did I put my other stuff? But anyway, I'll link my makeup down below. I'm going full makeup today because I never wear makeup anymore because I work from home and then me and Tyler are always together at home. So I literally don't wear makeup barely at all anymore. So anyways, first question was, do you think you would ever quit your job and do YouTube full time now that you're living with someone? No. Reason being is I make really good money at my main job and I have really great health insurance, and I just feel like I wouldn't want to risk that because I've really worked hard to get where I am in my corporate life. And I don't know how long YouTube's gonna last, you know, and I'm hoping it lasts for as long as possible, but I don't make enough on YouTube also to quit. Like I would have like a chunk of money, but it's more like a side gig amount of money, not a full-time, and plus no health insurance. And his health insurance isn't as good as mine. So if anything, I would put him on my health insurance. But yeah. How do you like your new work setup? So this room, you guys, is basically my old room stuff in the guest bedroom, which I had someone ask, like, did you move in with Tyler as a girlfriend or as a roommate? And I'm like, no, as a girlfriend. What? I just obviously had my stuff too, so I didn't want to get rid of everything I own to move in with him. And he had a guest bedroom where he had like a full-size bed and that was it. He had a full-size bed and then like some of his stuff, just like, this was like kind of like a catch-all room. And so he gave me this room to be like, okay, like, you know, I know you had a huge closet, like put most of your clothes in there. We can put some of your clothes in our room, but so that you have more closet space. And then like, okay, so you don't have to get rid of all of your stuff. You can use the guest bedroom as like your old bedroom stuff so that you're not like getting rid of everything when you move in with me. Because I did get rid of my couch because it's just way too big for the space downstairs. Like you literally can't fit it in his living room with the way that it's set up. And you know what I mean? So like I wanted to keep my stuff, you know, so I just put it in the guest bedroom where he didn't have really anything going on in here. So no, we are boyfriend, girlfriend moving in together. We both sleep in his room together. This is just like my get ready room, my office, my closet, basically, is what this is. By the way, you guys, I love this dipstick. It's like the double-sided. It has like the bright freaking pink. You'd think that this was too dark, but it's really not. It's more of like a, I don't know, the tone of it is better than the other ones that are kind of orangier. This one's like more brown. I love it. How is Ollie adjusting, you guys? Where is he? He just left. He is the happiest he has ever been, even just with me. We got here and he wasn't even nervous. Like he was nervous for like 5 seconds. He was under the bed, instantly got out from under the bed, was running around, smelling everything, looking around like 5 minutes after moving in, where usually it takes him days to even do that. He's been thriving, you guys. He's been loving it. That thing keep like, those bristles were like getting everywhere. But he has been absolutely loving it. And he loves Tyler. Like he follows him around. He wakes him up in the morning to feed him. He's like so attached to him. It's so funny. And I'm like, excuse me, what am I, chopped freaking liver? But I'm so happy. And like Tyler loves him. Like they get along really great. He loves being like, with Tyler's stuff. Like he wants to smell like Tyler. Like, I don't know. He's had, knock on wood, he's had 0 accidents. And you guys know every time I move, Ollie always pees somewhere, has an accident, whatever. Nothing He's had 0 accidents and he's been such a good boy. Like, he's so happy. He's like always on his back. He's cuddling with me. He's cuddling with Tyler. Like, he is elated to be here. And I'm like so excited about it. Like, I was like, well, that's awesome. And Tyler, someone was asking about Tyler's allergies. He is allergic to animals just in general. He has not had any problems with Ollie. We do try to every Sunday wash the sheets just to make sure that, you know, we keep the hair at minimum and like the dander on the bed at minimum. But I was the one who came up with that. Tyler's like, it's not that big a deal. Like, Tyler loves Ollie. It's so cute. So everything has been going really well, you guys. We've acclimated living together so easily. It's really crazy. And I think when you meet someone at an older age too, not to say this can't happen when you're younger, but you kind of just know who you are. And so I knew his little isms, you know, before I moved in, and he knew mine. And so of course things are gonna come up, but like, we're both really clean. We both like to have a tidy space. We both respect each other's like thoughts and like wishes on certain things. Like, we're not like mad if someone wants something one way, you know, like, I don't know. It's been going really well, knock on wood. Like, I don't know. I'm really happy, honestly. It's been really nice. I think the one thing I need to do though is just like get acclimated to like my Club Pilates membership. The Club Pilates I go to in New Albany, they own like 6 of the Club Pilates, so you could bounce to either one. The one that they don't own, or the 2 that they don't own, are the ones closest to me now. So I have to like change that up, change where I'm going to Pilates, and it's been like more of a task than I thought it would be because they don't own those ones. So it's not like where you could just like go keep your same membership and then just like pop over to the other one. It's like I'd have to get a whole new membership. So my old Pilates studio is like 40 minutes away from me, so it's just been like impossible to go there before work and whatnot. So it's like, once I get that figured out, which should be, my thing renews on the 25th of August. So once that goes, I can like switch my studio and I'll feel a lot better because I'll be like getting up, going to go work out again, like getting back into my routine, which right now I just feel so out of routine. And I also need to go check out the Orange Theory around here. Like, do I want to keep Orange Theory, or there's a gym across the street that I could go to and do like the Whitney Simmons app and do like weight training by myself, maybe, because I could walk to it every morning, which would be like amazing. So I'm still trying to figure that stuff out, but like all in all, like I love living with Tyler. It's been so nice. It's just been, I've loved it. Honestly, I've loved it a lot. Do you want to get married? Yeah, I think because I want to have kids, I want to get married. I've never been one of those people that's like, I need to rush. I'm like, oh, I want a ring. I want this, I want that. Like, that's just never been me. But if I have children, I do want to be married. You know, obviously I want us all to have the same last name. I want the commitment, even though I know we're committed type deal. Like, it's never bothered me for the commitment thing to not be married before moving in, because I'm like, I feel like moving in is like the biggest commitment. And then obviously when you get married, it makes it like, you know, you can't get out of it so easily or whatever, but people get divorced all the time now. So I don't sit there and look at marriage as like, you need to do that to know that someone's committed to you. But if I'm gonna have kids and babies and stuff, I'd wanna be married. Do you think it'll be hard to maintain your weight loss living with a chef? Yeah, actually living here has been better because he's been like, oh, I'm gonna cook like this. I'm like, okay, can you keep mine out and I'll put them in the air fryer, or can you do this or whatever, and I can make my own sides here. So that's been like a little better because I have like my pots and pans. He always has stainless steel, which always scared me before, because when I had bought stainless steel, you guys, I messed them up. So I never wanted to touch his pots and pans. So now that I live here and like my stuff is here, what's nice is I feel like I can like make my own sides and stuff. So it's actually been better. And then because like we're together from morning till night, I already kind of know what he's thinking before. So like I'll just kind of acclimate what I'm eating throughout the day to knowing that we're going to be eating something for dinner. Cause like in the morning, he'll be like, I was thinking I'll make meatballs tonight, like homemade meatballs and spaghetti. And you guys, his spaghetti, he puts like all this oil on it. I'm like, can you leave my noodles out? Thanks. But but you know what I mean? So then I can be like, okay, yeah, like I'll just make my own noodles on the side and then eat your meatballs and like your marinara, you know? So it's been a lot better. And he's also like kind of picking up on like my little cues of like, oh, I want to like eat lower calorie. And so he's like, oh, well, I got this, like this center cut bacon because I know you like that. So that's what he'll cook. That's the bacon he'll cook for us in the morning. Or like, oh, I got Sara Lee's bread along with some Italian bread so that you can have Sara Lee's, you know? So like, he's so sweet. He's honestly the best, you guys. I like really lucked out with him. He's wonderful. He's a wonderful human. So it's gone really, really well. How are you doing with your weight loss and tracking? Love your what I eat in days. I'm going to be bringing those back, you guys. So I do have one pre-recorded. I just ended up like not recording much within the video. So it was like the shortest video ever, but I'm going to post it anyways. I've lost 7 pounds or 8 pounds. I guess it's 7 pounds again because I woke up this morning and I was 1 pound heavier, but I've lost 7 pounds and I'll just show you what I've been doing. But I've been kind of doing more of like snacking and then dinner, and it's really been working for me, especially with how busy my work schedule is these days. I'm like losing my mind. I kind of do whatever works that day, you know, but for the most part, I've been doing like core power shakes, in the morning, just water, sometimes a Diet Coke if I need it, but just water for the most part. Fasting a little bit, about mid-morning, having a little protein snack, whether it's like a Greek yogurt with some granola and some fruit, or, you know, sometimes I actually want meat, so I'll just have like some pieces of bacon that Tyler made, and some fruit or something like that. Then I have a core power shake, mid-afternoon time, because I usually don't have time to eat right now with work. So I'll have like a core power shake and a crunchy snack. Either vegetables or fruits or whatever. I'm not saying it's the best thing ever, but I'm saying like I get at least like 50 grams or 60 grams of protein in with my snacking, sometimes more. And then for dinner, Tyler always makes something or we go out to eat or something, but I've been trying to really prioritize again, like protein versus other stuff. So like even the other day, all I wanted was soup. But I got a French onion soup and then I got a side salad, like a house salad with grilled chicken. And I ate all the chicken off of it and some of the salad and then had my soup. But just trying to like do that again to where I'm like I end up going the day without not even eating any protein. So I'm trying to get at least like 100 to 120 grams a day. I know people get way more than that, but that's just my goal every day. And so far it's been working. I also think I've been losing weight just because I have so much going on. I'm not like sitting here thinking of snacking all day. You know, we've been renovating the house. We've been doing all the things. I've been like working my butt off at work. So like, I just don't have time to sit and just think of food, where it's usually I'd be like, what snack can I have now? I want some dinner. You know what I mean? How did you and Tyler meet? More info about Tyler. Okay. We met on Hinge. I don't remember if I think I did tell you guys this in one video, but it was probably a while ago. We met on Hinge and I didn't even want to date at that point. I was just drunk with my friend one night and I hadn't been going on any dates in a long time because I was just kind of over it. And me and him matched and he was like, would you want to meet tomorrow? Like we literally chatted for like a second via Hinge. And that's what I was doing towards the end of dating. I was just like, I'm not chatting with you forever. Like, we're just going to meet up. Are we going to get along? Are we not? Okay, cool. So he had said like, hey, tomorrow morning, do you want to meet and get brunch? And I was like, sure. Where do you want to go? And it's so funny because he offered the Goat, which I lived at the LC at the time, which if you live in Columbus, like there's these apartments called the LC where I lived. And the Goat is the restaurant at the LC. Like it's in the apartment complex. So I was like, perfect, because I'll be hungover. So we met at the Goat and I was extremely hungover. I had been out the night before. We did like a wine night with all my girlfriends. Like, and when I drink wine, it's a different story, you know? Yep. I was like not in it. I was like sweating. I felt sick. I feel like I didn't even hear what he said to me that day. And I was just like, I need to go. And I thought like, oh, he's cute. But like, I don't even know. Like I wasn't like dying over him. I wasn't like, oh my God, like, I was literally dying from being hungover. So when we left, he was like, oh, do you want me to drop you off or did you drive or what? And I go, oh no, I walked. I actually live here. And he's like, oh, do you want me to drop you off? I was like, no, I can't let you know where I live. And he's like, okay. And I hugged him and then left. And I was like, he'll never call me. No biggie. I'm like dying. I don't care. So thought that he would never call me back. Thought that we would never continue dating. And he ended up calling me. Let me put some lotion on my legs. He ended up calling me like 2 days later, which I was like, I thought he had ghosted me, but come to find out, he just was very like old school. He like doesn't text a lot. He still doesn't. Like if you looked at our text combos and you didn't know we were dating, you'd think that we weren't dating. He's gotten better, but like he's not a texter. He's like a phone call person. So he ended up calling me like 2 days later. I was like, hey, do you want to go bowling tonight? And I was like, did you mean to call me? I'm the hungover girl. He's like, yeah, would you want to? And I'm like, yeah. So we went bowling and then I was so into him that night. I was like completely sober, felt great. And I was like, oh, I think he's so cute. I really like him. So that's what happened. I'm gonna blow dry my hair real quick and then we'll continue talking while I curl. Okay, sorry. I had to put like a t-shirt on, I was so hot. So a lot of questions were wedding bells, when are you getting married, blah, 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 blah. You guys, I'm just not one of those people that wants to rush anything. The only thing I feel a little more rushed on is just having kids because of my age. Like I just turned 35 and so it makes me a little nervous, but I don't want to rush into doing everything. Like I feel like it's all in the timing it's supposed to be in, you know? So me and Tyler just moved in together. You know, we know things are going well, whatever. If in 6 months, whatever, we're like, this is going really well, blah, blah, blah. We talk about having kids. We talk about like next steps. And I just don't want to pressure anything on myself or him, you know, to be like, well, we need to do this, we need to do this, and this is the timeline, and da-da-da, because we need to do this. It's like all in good time, you know, and we do talk about things. And I just think we're taking it kind of day by day right now because we just moved in together. We're just like having a great time. We love living together. And, you know, once we're like ready to chat about like the next thing, we'll chat about the next thing. But we have spoken about everything. Like, I feel like him and I are the same. Like, I'm not like that girl, like I told you, that needs to be like, I need a ring, I need to be married, I need da-da-da. I'm more like, I want us to get a house. Like, let's start saving. Like, when we have kids, blah, 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 blah. And like, we always talk about when we have kids, when we get a house. But it's funny, we don't like talk about being married a lot or all the time. I don't know. And it's not him, it's me too. Like, but I did tell him, like, he knows. I said, you know, if we're gonna have kids and we're thinking about doing all that, I do want to be married. And he's like, yeah, of course. Like, he knows that. So I think we're just taking it day by day. Like, we both know we're going to be together. I think there is a difference when you meet people later in life. So like when you're in your 20s and you meet someone like, we're going to be together forever. Yeah, that might change. Yeah, that, you know, and it might change at any age for sure. I'm not saying that people don't get divorced, you know, when they get married in their 30s or whatever. But I think when you know who you are and you've been with yourself for so long and you meet someone, you know if they're going to align with your values and you know like what really matters to you. Like, I'm 35, not 25, meeting the man that I know I want to be with for as long as I can think possible. But it's like also, I know already our values align, our morals align, you know. Like, we have differences, but they're not huge, ginormous differences. We care about the same things. We're both very family driven. We definitely know that we're gonna get married, we're gonna have kids. I'm just not trying to force that timeline. Even though, do I get nervous because I'm older to have kids? Yeah, because like if we wanna have 2 kids, I'm just thinking timeline wise, you know, like, okay, say I get pregnant at 36, then I won't have the baby till I'm 37. And then you got to give your body a year or two. So then the next baby probably wouldn't be until I'm 39. Like, I don't want to be past 40 and have a kid just because of my, you know, my body and blah, 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 blah. Like, but maybe I will be, I don't know. So it's just one of those things, like, you don't know. And then I may not even be able to have kids. I may, you know, I may only be able to have one kid. So that timeline being restricted doesn't even matter. What if we end up adopting a kid? You know, just like stuff like that. So I just think, like, I don't want to put that pressure on myself. You know, we may be one and done. I don't think so, because like I came from a big family, and even if it kills me, I'll want them to have a sibling. But you never know. I might not be able to have a second baby. I might get pregnant once and have twins. Because I hear in your 30s, you're dropping eggs like crazy. So you like could have twins, like terrifying, but whatever. Cool at the same time. But you know what I mean? So it's like putting all this pressure on a timeline when that timeline is decided by God and by everything else. Like, I just am like, whatever, we're gonna let the good times roll. And if it becomes an issue for me, that's when I'm gonna speak up. That's when I'm gonna say, okay, like, we need to get this moving, or you know what I mean? But so far it's a non-issue for me. How is Tyler feeling having you around all the time? Tyler loves it. Tyler always wanted me to always stay the night and like stay here like the whole weekend and be around like all the time. And I was always the one like, I gotta go home. I want to be with Ollie. I need to be around my stuff, like, you know. So he like loves that I live here. He acclimated so well, and he's been like so awesome. He doesn't care. That's another question I got, was like, does he care all the things you want to do? No. He's agreed to everything together. We've come up with ideas together. We've been doing this together. And yeah, like I'm like the creative mind there, but he loves all my ideas, and he's wanted to redo his house, but he's just been by himself. So he's been like, you know what I mean? And guys, I feel like guys are like, whatever. They don't really care about the aesthetic of their home until the girlfriend or the wife or the feminine energy comes in and is like, oh, should we do this? And they're like, oh yeah, that'd be cool, you know? And they want to do it too. Like, I don't force him to do anything. And he's not a guy that can be forced into anything, okay? So don't worry about him. He is not a guy that can be forced into anything. I also got messages like, don't spend money on his condo when you're not married. That's not coming back to you. You need to be careful, blah, blah. I can decide to spend money on whatever the hell I want. I can put money towards anything I want. And I'm in a financial spot to do that and do whatever I want and not care, because I work my butt off. But also, I'm not an idiot, you know? Like, I help contribute money to things that I want done that he wouldn't necessarily want done. Like the paint. I paid for the paint, which he ended up paying me back for half of it. I paid for the paint because I wanted to paint the kitchen and living room. He liked the colors. He didn't mind the colors. He said, but if you want to do it, you can. I just like, I don't want to paint. Like, I like the colors. And I was like, okay, well, I don't have to paint. Like, that's fine. And then he was like, no, like if you want to, you do you, whatever. And then I just went out and bought paint. Like, I told him the colors I was thinking, and he was like, yeah, that'd be cool. I went out and bought paint and was like doing it. And he was like, I didn't know you meant like right now. I was like, sorry, that's my personality. So I paid for the paint, but like he redid the tile and everything in the front entryway. He paid for all that. He did the wainscoting and did all that woodwork in the bathroom. He paid for all that. He got the new faucet. He paid for the new faucet. I just gave him my mirror, one of the 2 mirrors I have, to put in the bathroom. But I wanted to, because I don't have space here for like all these mirrors. You know those double mirrors from Home Goods that I had? We put one of those in the bathroom. He paid for the toilet paper dispenser. He just paid for the wood for the beam he wants to do and the shelves. And I told him, I said, hey, I'll actually throw some money towards the shelves because I wanted the shelves and I wanted to do that little like bar cart area thing just so we could have more room in the cupboards. And I said, and I'll put money towards the shelves, because then if anything happens with us, I can take those shelves off the wall and I'm gonna be taking them with me out the door. And he's like laughing. He's like, okay, like anything you buy, you do take. So I bought the chairs for the living room. It's his couch. I bought the chairs from the living room. I bought the curtains, and I bought the shelves. Well, partially. I like shot him like some money for the shelves, which they were way more expensive than what I gave him. So like, just don't, I just don't like when people pretend that they know what's going on when they don't. And also, I'm an adult, and if I want to put money towards something, that's like even investing in friendships. If I put money towards a friendship, I'm not going to be like, hey, you know what? You owe me money for this gift, this gift, this gift that I gave you. You owe me money for this that I did for you. No, every time I spend money on someone, I spend money knowing that I'm not getting that money back. So just for FYI, I was getting a lot of those, and I was getting really annoyed with it, because I'm not some 21-year-old girl moving in with her boyfriend. I'm 35 years old with an established career, side business, 2 side businesses, and a good head on my shoulders. I'm also saving over almost $2,000 by living with him. So a month. So it's like, you know, will we see Tyler more on here? If so, will he cook on here? Yeah, he said he's down. He just doesn't, he doesn't want to like, he's not like good at like chatting, being super chatty, or like explaining things and stuff on here. He's not yet as comfortable with that. But he also doesn't ever have recipes. He like kind of vaguely goes off a recipe and then like throws it all together. So I'll definitely show you what he does and have him tell me what he did. But he's gonna be on here, but it's not gonna become like a me and him channel. Do you know what I mean? Like, he'll be in blurbs of it, whatever, but it's still gonna be my life and like what's going on with me. Are you more happy being in your new space with your man now, more than being by yourself? Yes. I thought I would be opposite, but like, I love living with Tyler. Honestly, I absolutely love it. I love it. I love having him here. I love being around him all the time. I like miss him when we're not together. It's really weird. I'm like, oh my God, you're getting too attached. 34 and single, struggling on Hinge, best dating advice for over 30. Honestly, just keep going on dates. Don't chat with them for too long. This will be my last question. And then what type of work do each of you do? I'll answer that too. But don't chat with them for too long, because you build them up in your head. You know what I mean? Talk with them for a certain amount of time. To be like, I'm going to talk to them for a couple days, and then we're going to go on a date. And that's it. We're going on a date. I'll figure you out then. Because you build them up in your head. You think they're this person. You think whatever. And then if they deny you or stop talking to you, it hurts way more. And then you're always let down if you do that. I chat with someone, and then I'm like, I would like just towards the end, I was just meeting with them super quick, and I would meet with them and just be like, okay, let's just meet. Like, let's learn about each other together face to face, because like being in each other's presence is so different than being chatting online. So that's what I would recommend, and keep dating, because people say, oh, it'll happen when it's meant to be, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but you still have to try. Like, I was still going on dates begrudgingly. Of course, when you're like super burnout, like don't, but I was going on dates and not really wanting to go on dates, but I'm like, but my ultimate goal is to find my partner. And so I went on that date hungover. I didn't feel good. Like, and I still went, and I thought he'd never talk to me again. And here we are. So I think it's like, still go and do what you got to do, because ultimately the right person, I think, will like not hold it against you. The right person, it'll be like, why is this guy trying to hang out with me? You know, like, because even if you're not at your best, they're like into you. You know what I mean? So I just say, keep going at it, keep going on dates, keep trying out, and like try out things, and like go on dates with people you wouldn't usually, like stuff like that. Like, as long as you're kind of attracted to them and you think, oh yeah, like they're cute, whatever. People are way cuter in person half the time. They're way different in person. And then get to know someone. Also give them multiple chances, unless they're a total crazy person, because like me and Tyler's first date, I was just like, but it was because of my mood. You know what I mean? My vibe, my mood. The second date, I was like, oh my gosh, I really like him. He's cute. Like, I like him a lot. So just know that like first impressions aren't everything. It could be your mood too. just kind of be a little more flowy with it. Like, who gives a shit? Like, let me go. I'll go. Whatever, I'll go. Hey, what's up? Like, that's what kind of helped me out and then made it like no pressure. So then when we were like starting to hang out in the beginning, I wasn't even like, I was just like, whatever. And then it worked out better because he was like, yeah, you're so chill. When we first started dating, I was like, man, this girl's so cool, so chill. And I'm like, I am not chill. But that was just in the moment where I'm like, screw it, I don't even care. I don't even care anymore. And then the last question I'll answer is, which type of work do each of you do? So I work at a bank, and I do like overall project management. So basically our whole entire company submits projects into like an intake type of thing. My team takes that intake, divides it up between towers, you know, like domains, if you will. So it's like, you know, is it product? Is it engagement and loyalty? Is it acquisition? Is it whatever? So we divvy it up. I own certain domains. So I own like 3 different domains. And as that work comes in, I help to get it figured out, like prioritize, get the right information in, like requirements documents, scope and definition, like what do you want done in this project? What's the scope of this project? Getting like legal, compliance, like all these different groups together to sign off on this document, to then get it to a project manager, to get it prioritized within the whole book of work of the whole company, also within your own little domains book of work, and then get it kicked off as a project, and then I'm off. I also do the IT portion of it, where I get like the IT impacts, like the hour impacts from like the IT groups. Like, how much is it going to impact you? What are your hours? Make sure it goes into the system, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I'm kind of intake to prioritization for bank's projects. And then Tyler is a project manager of construction. So he project manages projects actually where it's, they do the groundwork. So it's like, say Amazon wants to build this huge building on all of this land. He's the one who goes out with his team and makes sure that the land is stable, and they build within the ground, the stabilization of the land before that huge building is built. And they just do the stabilization, like inner ground work. Other companies do the other stuff. So that's it for today, you guys. I gotta run to brunch. It's 10 o'clock. I have to be there by 10:30. It takes me 20 minutes to get there. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Let me know if you have any other questions down below. I'll do another Q&A. Love you. Bye.